I gotta talk about DJ Vlad for a little bit. I'm tired of his antics. DJ Vlad is an opportunist, and he is a very evil person. DJ Vlad has made millions and millions of dollars off of interviewing black entertainers and notable figures within the black community. And he uses his platform, while he makes some money off the black community, he uses that same platform that he makes money off the black community to degrade and run smear campaigns against black entertainers, and he doesn't do it to white entertainers. For example, we all know that DJ Vlad does not like R. Kelly, and he did an entire smear campaign against R. Kelly. I don't know if R. Kelly turned down an interview with him back in the day. I don't know what it is. He claims that R. Kelly was supposed to do an interview with him from jail, but it didn't happen. And he seemed very angry about it. Maybe R. Kelly didn't know the negative things DJ Vlad was saying, and then he found out, and he said, I'm not doing an interview with DJ Vlad. He's going to twist my words. But either way, I'm glad that interview did not happen. R. Kelly is in a federal jail. And he has been in a federal jail for 2.5 years. So it would make sense that since R. Kelly was arrested and he was charged and he was in a federal jail, it would make sense for Vlad to move on and say, okay, R. Kelly's been charged. Let me focus on some of these white men that haven't been charged, like Bryan Singer, who is accused of raping little white boys in the pool. You got Charlie Sheen, been accused of beating prostitutes, giving women HIV, raping Corey Haim. He beat his ex-wife. He had all sorts of porn stars killed. Charlie Sheen has done a lot. And, nobody's calling for him to be charged. There are no documentaries made. And then you have Sylvester Stallone, who had a habit of bringing teenage girls back to his hotel room back in the day during his Rocky days. When he was filming Rocky, he would bring a teenage girl back to his hotel room, and he would have sex with her. Then he would let security have sex with her. And he's been sued by women for this, and nobody's calling for Stallone to be arrested. You got a lot of white men in Hollywood that have been accused of a lot of things. You have Rob Lowe, who made a sex tape with two 16-year-old girls, and nobody calls for him to be arrested on child pornography. He simply says, oh, I did that in the 80s, and it was a mistake, and I moved on. And he openly admitted they were 16-year-old girls, and this is a fact. But there were no consequences for him. There's no federal trial for him. And DJ Vlad doesn't call for him to be arrested, and doesn't call Rob Lowe a pedophile and all this foolishness. And then you have Ted Nugent, who is a rock star, who sat on TV and said, yeah, I got a 16-year-old girlfriend. I had a 15-year-old girlfriend. I date teenage girls with the permission of their parents. And Ted Nugent was 38 at the time. I think he's in his 70s now, but he was like 38, 35 years old. And he was openly dating, and saying on national TV that he's dating a 15-year-old girl. Never been arrested, never been charged. And DJ Vlad doesn't focus on any of those people who have not been charged. Again, if you don't like R. Kelly, he was charged. And he has been to trial multiple times. So if you think R. Kelly is guilty, common sense would say, oh, he's facing consequences. Let me go see about these folks over here who are accused of doing worse things and are not facing any consequences. DJ Vlad doesn't do that. DJ Vlad hates successful black men. And he uses his platform to do smear campaigns like he did on Bill Cosby. He did it on R. Kelly. He did it on a couple of rappers. And anytime someone gets convicted, he is overjoyed. He is overjoyed. I don't know what it is about certain individuals that are always happy to see a black man behind bars. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's from slavery. Oh yes, we have to see them punished. I don't know what it is, but it's disgusting. It's freaking disgusting. Vlad tried to get Boosie to say, how much time you think R. Kelly gonna get? Is he gonna get life? Is he gonna get a couple of years? How much time do you think? And Boosie was like, I'm gonna just pray for him. I don't wish none of that on him. I don't wish jail on him. So Boosie didn't fall for the trap. You know what I mean? Vlad is disgusting. A disgusting individual. Never talks about sins of white men. You see, I would have, if he was doing it to everybody, black and white, then I could say, well, at least he's doing it across the board. But he only focuses on African American men. And the black community allows it, DJ Vlad, probably going to be a billionaire in a couple of years off of his platform. Made so much money off of R. Kelly. Those R. Kelly clips that he put up on his channel, he made so much money off of it. And he's surviving off of R. Kelly. Just like Kanek said in his closing statement, everybody survives off of R. Kelly. R. Kelly is a money maker for so many people. Everybody makes money off R. Kelly, bashing him. They built their YouTube channels off of bashing him. Oh, but he's not supposed to make money off his music. He's not supposed to get anything. He can't eat. He can't have anything for himself. But we get to go and make money by bashing him. These people are disgusting, man. They really want that man to suffer. He's not supposed to have any money and reap any benefits from anything he has done in the past 30 years. I don't understand it. I don't understand that type of mentality. God bless him, man. God bless R. Kelly. And shout out to Boosie. Shout out to Boosie for keeping it real and for not falling for DJ Vlad's tactics about, oh, is R. Kelly gonna get life? Oh my God, yeah. Oh, and he was so happy about it. Oh my God, they gonna give him life? And this energy is not kept for other people. I really want y'all to research Charlie Sheen and Woody Allen and Bryan Singer, especially Bryan Singer. Bryan Singer is accused of having parties at his house where he would drug 10-year-old boys and he would rape them in the pool. And it's been a lot of lawsuits against Bryan Singer, and he has never been charged with a crime. Bryan Singer drugging 10-year-old little white boys. And nobody calls for him to be arrested. Nobody calls for him to be charged. Nobody calls that man a pedophile. He directs X-Men. He directs so many other movies. He makes like $50 million a year. That's why black people, we got to stop tearing down our own. All these black people got on the campaign. Yeah, mute R. Kelly. Make sure he don't got no money. Make sure he has no generational wealth. including Drea. Yeah, mute R. Kelly. That's my ex-husband. That's my father of my children. And I want him to pay me child support. I want him to fund my lifestyle. But mute him. Stop the money. Stop the money. I never seen such dumb idiots. It's always black people cutting off our own noses to spite our faces. We always find a way to stop each other from getting money. Never. I swear before Jesus. Maybe one day we'll break out of this slave mentality that we have. R. Kelly losing everything. Jewelry stolen. Money gone. In a federal jail because of lying dirty whores. And Bryan Singer. The media doesn't talk about it. Raped 10-year-old boys in a pool. Drugged them. The man said, my mama took me over there thinking I was going to be in the X-Men film. And the next thing you know, Bryan Singer came in there. And he drugged me. And he raped me. Nobody talks about that. Nobody talks about that. Who is the next black celebrity you think they're going to take down? They're already complaining about Dr. Dre. They don't want Dr. Dre to do the Super Bowl halftime show because of Michelet and D. Barnes. And I'm not particularly a fan of Dr. Dre. You know, I always found Dr. Dre to be extremely arrogant. And I think he had something to do with killing Pac. But I always believe he had something to do with killing Pac. I don't know why. I've never been a Dr. Dre fan. But I'm not going to sit up here and hop on a bandwagon to destroy the man when I know I see all these other people not being charged and not being held accountable. R. Kelly charged with giving women herpes. Charlie Sheen gave women HIV. Some of those women have died. No charges. They actually changed the law in California to where it's not even a felony. I don't think you can. It's not even a felony to give somebody HIV. So I think they changed that law for Charlie Sheen because Gavin Newsom changed that law as soon as Charlie Sheen announced that he was HIV positive. Remember, Charlie Sheen got up on national TV and said, "Oh, I haven't been using condoms. I tell women that I'm HIV positive, but I haven't been using condoms. He don't like condoms." And then he said, he told everyone, but some of the women said, no, I wasn't told. And he was displaying some sort of symptoms when I was with him, and I wasn't told, and we were having unprotected sex all the time. And he said, oh, I'm undetectable. And then Charlie Sheen stopped taking his medicine, and then he got full-blown AIDS, and then they had to admit him to the hospital and really give him IV treatments to get his full-blown AIDS back down to HIV. So now he's back to being HIV positive, and he's back to being undetectable. But yeah, Charlie Sheen doesn't always take his medicine, you know. And he was having sex with young girls. These were 17, 18-year-old white girls that he was having sex with. And nobody said nothing about it. You see, I don't like hypocrisy. If you're going to be against R. Kelly, you got to be against everybody across the board. And that's how you know The media is bought and paid for, because they will destroy a black man in a heartbeat based off lies, but they will cover up a white man's known crimes and they won't punish him. Charlie Sheen would never probably see the inside of a jail, but they're trying to put Cosby back in there. They're trying to get him on a old rape charge from that lady from decades ago, when she said she got raped at the Playboy Mansion and she was 15 years old. My question is, what the fuck were you doing at the Playboy Mansion when you were 15 years old? Arrest your mama for allowing you to be at the Playboy Mansion with grown men. And let's not forget about Hugh Hefner. Hugh Hefner put a 10-year-old Brooke Shields naked in his magazine back in the 80s. It was in the 70s. Brooke Shields was 10 years old, and her mama got paid $1,000 to allow Brooke Shields to be butt naked in the magazine. And she had on red lipstick, a 10-year-old girl, and nothing ever happened to Hef. Nothing ever happened to Hugh Hefner for putting a 10-year-old naked white girl in the Playboy magazine. And y'all can look it up. Y'all can look up the photos. It's on Google. Type in Brooke Shields Playboy, and you will see the photos of her butt naked and she got red lipstick on. I said, shame on her mama for sending her there to take naked photos at 10 years old. It's disgusting. Nobody talks about it though. R. Kelly's the monster. We got to get him off the street. R. Kelly, the biggest rapist in American history. Nobody talks about these other people who have actually done things worse. Not rumors like R. Kelly. Not, oh my God, these fake rumors on R. Kelly from these bitter bitches. We talking about actual documented proof that these people have done actual illegal acts and they never got held accountable. Anyway, fuck DJ Vlad. I just wanted to go on a little rant. Fuck DJ Vlad. Free R. Kelly, and fuck anybody who don't like R. Kelly.